As a future educator, we should want the best for the learners. So may I present to you a framework that helps to understand the nature of the learners and the nature of learning process that helps to build ideas, informing effective strategies and approaches in maximizing the knowledge and learning of the students. This is the learner-centered psychological principles, which compose of 14 principles and was divided into 4 categories, namely cognitive and metacognitive, motivational and affective, developmental and social, and individual differences factors. First, we have the 6 principles under cognitive and metacognitive factor. Nature of the learning process. Teachers don't spoon-feed learners, rather teachers help them to become constructivists or creators of knowledge and meaning. Goals of the learning process. The successful learner over time and with support and instructional guidance can create meaningful, coherent representations of knowledge. It means that teachers help the learners to set their own learning goals. Construction of knowledge. The teacher has the ability to connect the new lessons or learning with the previous lesson that they have. It also integrates the prior experiences, which is the heart of constructivism. Strategic thinking. The successful learner can create and use a repertoire of thinking and reasoning strategies to achieve complex learning goals. It means that a successful learner wouldn't complain but would see that as an opportunity to learn strategies and completing activities, requirements, performances, and learning. Thinking about thinking. Higher order strategies for selecting and monitoring mental operations facilitate creative and critical thinking. It means that it is the assessing of learning strategies, whether if it's effective or not. Context of learning. Learning is influenced by environmental factors, including culture, technology, and instructional practices. Be a teacher who is sensitive to culture of the students. Accept all the beliefs and culture of every learner. And now for the true principles under motivational and affective factors. Motivational and emotional influences on learning. Motivation is the fuel to exert more effort in whatever we are doing. Motivation must be sustained by the teachers so that the students will keep on exerting efforts to learn. Intrinsic motivation to learn. Intrinsic motivation is stimulated by tasks of optimal novelty and difficulty, relevant to personal interests and providing for choice and control. Effects of motivation and effort. Without learners' motivation to learn, the willingness to exert this effort is unlikely without coercion. And moving on, the 2 principles under developmental and social factors. Developmental influence on learning. Learning is most effective when differential development within and across physical, intellectual, emotional, and social domains is taken into account. Social influences on learning. Learning is influenced by social interactions, interpersonal relations, and communication with others. Learning to collaborate means a learner is preparing for the bigger and real world we are living. And last factor, individual differences factors. Individual differences in learning. Learners have different strategies, approaches, and capabilities for learning. There is diversity inside the classroom, but learners must be acknowledged by the teacher and mustn't level the students. Learning and diversity. A teacher must have to consider that the students have different linguistic background and cultural background so that they feel respected and motivated to learn. And last, standards and assessment. Setting appropriate high and challenging standards in assessment to help students know what fields do they need to learn more and how far they've learned already. And that would be all. Hope you learned something. I am Liana Aquino from BEd 2A. Thank you for watching.